in, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin has spoken to Union External Affairs Minister Dr. S. JAISHANKA seeking permission to help Sri Lankan Tamils amid the economic crisis. Chief Minister MK Stalin has said that his government wants to distribute essential items and provide help to Sri Lankan Tamils who are badly affected due to the economic crisis in the country. All right, for more on this, I'm joined by Shilpa on the broadcast. Shilpa, what we have seen is in the past that a number of people from Sri Lanka who fled the economic crisis reached the Indian shores. They reached Tamil Nadu, and now what we understand is that Tamil Nadu Chief Minister has expressed his intent to help Sri Lankan Tamils. What are the details that you can share with us as far as this conversation with the External Affairs Minister is concerned?
Well, that's it, and like you rightly pointed out, at least 2 batches of Sri Lankan nationals have arrived in Tamil Nadu coast over the last couple of days due to the economic situation, of course, that is unfolding in the island nation. And today, Chief Minister MK Stalin has spoken to Union External Affairs Minister Dr. S. JAISHANKA over the phone, seeking his permission to distribute basic essential items and life-saving drugs to Sri Lankan Tamils who are reeling under the economic crisis in the country. In fact, this is the second time that the Chief Minister is making this request. Earlier, he had, of course, made this appeal to Prime Minister Modi when he visited him in New Delhi. And today, the Chief Minister spoke to the External Affairs Minister over phone, seeking the permission to distribute these basic essential items. In fact, the government says that they can, of course, ship these items from the Thoothukudi port. And with the help of the Indian Embassy in Sri Lanka, these items can be distributed to Sri Lankan Tamils living across the island nation. So that is what the government has, of course, now appealed to the union government, asking for their permission. But as far as India's response to this entire crisis is concerned, several credit lines have been extended. In fact, just a short while back, we heard the Ministry of External Affairs giving out a statement saying that at least 2.5 billion worth assistance in USD dollars have been given to Sri Lanka so far in the last 2-3 months. This in the form of fuel, food and other essential items. So India has been helping out Sri Lanka. But the crisis, of course, there's some drastic measures need to be taken is what experts are telling us. Because even today we are seeing massive protests erupting in Sri Lanka, all of them extremely angry with the Sri Lankan government, the way in which they've handled this crisis. They blame the Sri Lankan government, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and the Rajapaksa family for mishandling the economy, for their policies which has led to this economic crisis.
Okay.
So there's a lot of anger which is spilling onto the streets, and people, of course, are facing extreme difficulty to get hold of basic items. Even life-saving drugs, there's an acute shortage, and that is why the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, of course, has now spoken to the External Affairs Minister, seeking their approval to distribute some relief items to Sri Lankan Tamils who are reeling under this crisis.
All right, thank you, Shilpa, for those updates.